I got a very interesting comment from a viewer talking about newfound or extra time and energy in sobriety. So I want to go over that and a couple other things about barter and trade. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sobriety and Silver. I'm going to be like a broken record and say I woke up sober again this morning because I went to bed sober last night. Today is 1,132 days of continuous sobriety, day 168 of stacking silver, and having a beautiful, beautiful time and loving life. All right, that comment sparked this video. It got me thinking early sobriety. And the way the commenter or viewer put it was struggling to find what to do with the extra time and energy in sobriety. And my response to that, and my comment, and my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, is it's not extra time. It's time that we just never used. It's the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day. But it's time now that we're not drinking, we're not thinking about alcohol, we're not thinking about drugs, we're not planning on what to do to get that next bottle or that next fix or whatever. So we have all this newfound time that was already there in the first place. So these are some things that I wish that I would take my own advice or would have taken my own advice in my early sobriety because I didn't do these things. And I lost my train of thought there. I didn't do these things. So I'm going to give some examples of some things that I looked up, and my wife and I, who are still both sick right now, we're just kind of sitting around and we're going over some topics here. Now, obviously, the name of this channel is Sobriety and Silver. So that is my passion right now. It's something that occupies my time in sobriety. When I'm not working, my day consists of what to do a YouTube video about, how can I help somebody in early sobriety or even that has years in sobriety, or how can I convince someone who is not in sobriety yet to give sobriety a try and realize how wonderful life is clean and sober. But right now, let's just go over the early sobriety deal. Here are some examples. You can work on personal growth, like learn a new skill or a hobby. Now my hobby, stacking silver. It's also a way for me to save money. It's a way for me to learn about gold and about silver and about gold backs and what premiums are and what are good silver rounds to buy. And it's also a fun way to engage in the stackers community. And I'm really comfortable and happy with the feedback that I'm getting, especially from other YouTubers. It's wonderful. So that's what I personally do. And it takes up a large amount of my day when I'm not working. But, there's all kinds of examples. I mean, painting, maybe you like to cook, woodworking. I got an awesome story. The next one I was going to say is focus on your health. Go to the gym, things like that. But man, when I was in rehab in 2021, the last time I went to rehab, we had a guy in there. I'm going to say he was probably about 6'3", 6'4", but he was not ripped, cut, huge. He was a big man, but he wasn't muscle toned. He was just a big guy. He wasn't fat by any means, but just a big dude. And I actually, about maybe 3 months ago, saw a picture of him on Facebook. This guy got into the gym after he got out of rehab, and as far as I know, he has continued to stay clean and sober. And based on the pictures, I'm pretty confident in stating that. This guy was massive. And I'm talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger big in his prime. That was his way to focus on his health, focus on something else besides drinking or drug abuse. That's an awesome. I'm 53. I could exercise a lot more than I actually do, but I've also had some surgeries and heart attack, things like that. So I won't be getting no Arnold Schwarzenegger big. I'll stick to stacking silver. But there's some other stuff. Now, this is one that I'm personally going to do, and this was inspired by another YouTuber. I'm going to write an ebook, and I've already got the first chapter outlined. It's saved to my phone, but I don't know the whole process. I'm going to learn it, and I could probably reach out to this YouTuber. He said to email him. So, but I got to think of the right questions to even ask before I ask any questions. I've never written a book, but that's something else that will occupy my time and my energy, and I'll learn a new skill, hopefully, and keep personal growth, or keep growing my personal growth. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Anyway, you know what I mean. All right. Take a course, take an online course or something that you've always wanted to learn, something you've always wanted to do. Now in your early sobriety, the drugs and the alcohol is not there. Use that time and energy to do that. Learn a new skill, woodwork, anything, whatever interests you. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. You could do multiple things. Here's a big one I like, is join a community. Now, this is referring to join a local community, which I wish we had more of around here, and I actually wanted to start one, but I never followed through on it in my early sobriety. Pardon me. I never followed through on it in my early sobriety, and I wish I had it, because it would have been nice right now to have an engaging community of recovering alcoholics, recovering drug addicts, other than AA and NA. Now, AA and NA, Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, have been around for years. And I wouldn't do anything to replace that. But we don't have those around here. We have absolutely no NA meetings in the little town that I'm living in. And the closest AA meeting to me only meets once a week, and it's about a half hour away. So, if I would have followed through in my early sobriety and stuck with that, maybe I could have got an AA or an NA meeting, or maybe even both started in my town. But I didn't. Do like I'm doing, start a YouTube channel. This takes up more time than you actually think to do a YouTube channel. Recording the video and editing is really not the hardest part at all. It's coming up with a topic. So I have to spend time going through comments or chat GPT or GBT, whatever it is. I use that quite a bit. But I'm not just going to get on here and ramble about something unless, to me, you guys are going to get something out of it. I hope. Now, have I done videos that probably was like, really, why'd you shoot that? Yeah, hey, I'm new to YouTube. I haven't even got up to 100 videos yet, but I'm having a blast doing it. And it takes time, it takes energy. I'm not drinking. I'm not thinking about alcohol. I'm not planning on what to do tomorrow. I don't have to worry about, hey, I got to work tomorrow. What am I going to do to make sure that I don't get caught at work drinking, or drinking at work? So, what's some other things here? Volunteer. That's kind of everybody, anytime you get sober, or anytime you get clean, anytime you go to rehab and you get ready to leave, they stress volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. And that is great, yes. I agree. Volunteer. Hospitals can use volunteers, but I would say volunteer on a limited basis, because this time, in my opinion, is also about your own personal growth and your healing and finding out what it is you love about life and engaging in that. And if volunteering's that, go for it. And another thing that I'm trying to do that takes up some time, because I try to learn as much as I can about the disease of alcoholism and about the disease of drug addiction, or just addiction in general. It's a disease. Is to raise awareness, and that's my ultimate goal. I use silver and copper and stuff like that because it's fun and it's helping me save money and it's an awesome community. But my ultimate goal for this channel is to raise awareness about drug and alcohol abuse and how to break that chain and get out and live life like I'm doing. I am by no means anywhere close to reaching my full potential yet, because I'm still learning in my early 50s who it is that I want to be, who I am actually, not who I want to be, it's who I am, and then figuring out who I am and amplifying that person to the next level by writing an ebook, by stacking silver, by doing YouTube channel, something that I never dreamed that I would be doing while I was drinking. So with that, I'll keep this video shorter than the last few I put out. Last few I put out have been quite long. I hope this video helps and gives you some ideas. If none of these ideas interest anybody, sit down and do a journal and just write down things that you like. Just don't even think about it. Just start writing and see what you come up with. You never know. With that, I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed day. We are at 711 subscribers right now. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 mark because I would like to be part of the passive income crowd and get some income from YouTube and get some sponsors and be able to help people. And I'd also like to learn more about the ebook thing. So with that, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. And I appreciate you guys sticking around this long. And I will see you in the next video.